Hi, this is Mike Maloney, and we've got a lot of questions lately. The global chaos has caused a rush on gold and silver shortages have been developing. The U.S. Mint on Tuesday suspended Silver Eagle sales, so they're not selling any more Silver Eagles probably for the rest of the month. They are intending on selling Eagles again in August. But all of this is really causing our phones to light up with questions about all of these world events, but especially how they pertain to gold and silver. And how they pertain is that suppliers, the major suppliers of all the different gold and silver products, are starting to run out of items. Some products are becoming severely backordered. Other products are just completely unavailable. And with all the Greek turmoil, the bank holiday, the capital controls, they also suspended the sale of gold coins in Greece, and that has not been a big story. There's only a few people that have been reporting on that, but that is to prevent a rush out of the euro and into gold in Greece. And this is all happening, and with China's stock market crash, and so there's been a rush for safety worldwide into gold and silver, but the price of gold and silver have been dropping. So it doesn't make any sense to most people. We will be covering this very soon with a special guest in one of our videos. But for now, this has all happened before. We've been through this, and we sort of know the scenario and a little bit of how it plays out. Back in 2008, when the real estate bubble burst and the stock market crashed, there was a massive rush for liquidity because traders all over the world were getting margin calls. They owned stocks and options and so on, and suddenly they'd be going backwards on these things. And when they've got leverage employed, when they're using margin and borrowing to buy more stock than they can actually afford, that means that when the value of their portfolio drops below a certain point, the brokerage house gives them a margin call, and they've got 24 hours to come up with the cash to cover the shortage. And there is a button on most trading platforms. You can designate a key where you press it, and it says, "Are you sure you want to liquidate your entire portfolio?" And you can say yes, and it'll sell all the stocks that you've got, and basically you have moved everything to cash. And so when there's panic, traders consider that safety, moving to cash. And so this is one of the things that caused the price drop, is because they didn't just have stocks on their trading platforms. Many of them had gold and silver futures, or they had the ETFs such as SLV or GLD, the exchange traded funds. And so when they sold everything to come up with the cash for margin call, they also sold their gold and silver positions, and that caused the price to drop. But at the same time, there was this mad rush for safety, and it was the spot price, the paper price of gold and silver, that was dropping. Very shortly, back in 2008, there was a price divergence that started to happen because shortages started to develop. Once the shortages started to develop and people couldn't get, the dealers couldn't get gold and silver for the public, the suppliers started charging more, the refineries started, everybody started charging more because there was only so much to go around and there were too many buyers for how many sellers that there were. And so the physical price and the spot price diverged from each other. I have a client that became a pretty good friend that lives in Chicago. And he called me up during this thing, and he just thought it was absolutely crazy. His local coin dealer was selling 100-ounce bars of silver for 100% over the spot price, so double the published price of gold and silver. And the same was true, but to an even greater extent, on eBay. Silver Eagles were going for just astounding prices, as silver was actually plummeting in price. Silver was below $9 at the time. And So the question is, you know, will you be able to get it? And if you can get it, at what price? And right now, I know we still have Silver Eagles, but all of our suppliers are telling us that that's not going to be the case for very long. That very shortly, um, everybody is going to be out of Silver Eagles, and then there will be some more supply coming back in August. But everything depends on whether or not things get patched up. I sort of hope that they do. I don't want it'd be better that this crisis unfolds slowly. But for years I've been saying that this will unfold very slowly, until the day that it doesn't, and then it'll start happening real quick. And I can see right now that that things are starting to speed up a little. There could come a day where we have something like an overnight revaluation. I don't think that day is today. I don't think that the death of the dollar is like imminent right now, but who knows? For me, I feel pretty good because I took my positions a long time ago. And anyway, that's my take on things for now. I think that the world is in a lot of trouble, and one of the things that is happening is that they're basically the root cause of all of these problems that we're seeing, like in Greece and the rest of the world, is that the monetary system is fraudulent. And in fractional reserve banking, what they're doing is they've got sort of a bell curve of risk where they can try to tune the system so that they can perpetrate the maximum amount of fraud before bank runs develop. And what they did was they pushed the fraud a little bit too far. Things are the whole banking system is levered out, and that is the reason that when people want to go and get their cash, there isn't any. And so for me, I have been taking cash out on a regular basis, and I have several months of living expenses in cash, and there are private vaulting services where you can get a safe deposit box that's not part of the banking system. Because remember, if you have gold and silver and you put it in a safe deposit in the bank, and it's illegal to put cash in a safe deposit box in a bank, but if you do that, the banks are going to be closed during a bank holiday. So for me, I don't give advice, but for me, the best option is a private vaulting service that has safe deposit boxes, and there is one of those here in Los Angeles that's convenient. So that's it for now. I just wanted to update everybody on the shortages that are developing, and we will have an upcoming video on the suspected reasons that the prices are dropping while shortages are developing, the spot price. So we'll see you next time. Thank you very much.